A very warm welcome to Yildiz Readings 5D. Before we get into the content, a very warm welcome and an update as to what we do here. We cover your psychic energies by zodiac, your twin flame path, astrology and more. And yes, we are live every Friday, so come along and join us and click the bell, you'll get a notification. And we do have the Members Hub. Now the Members Hub is a protected place where twin flames can go. You also can get the pre-release content ahead of the game and all the extensions, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, due to the fact I'm a psychic medium. Now, separately, we have additional lives, but just click the bell and I'll update you. And if you do want a booking, the website link is below and above on the screen. You can see we have different styles of readings. We also have group sessions. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Sit back, relax, grab a cuppa, and I'll see you on the other side. Virgo, we are here to do your psychic update and some very unique downloads I've had. Okay, I do feel many of you are having a lot of work happening in your sleeping realm, okay? I do feel there's a circumstance that's playing out relating to this romantic connection and a transformation happening in your personal life that is a little bit frightening. It's reaching for the stars. It's trusting your guides. It can be nightmares. It can be revelations, trying to actually do these things. But I'm seeing juggling. Something is going to happen very, very quickly. And I do feel you're really going to have to be very firm on your standpoint. But I also feel it's important to look at your conditioning. Now, when I say conditioning, it's more what stories you're telling yourself about your future moving forward, because I do feel you could be getting a little bit nervous. And when we say such, it's almost like we say when we're getting nervous, focus on service. This could be a work element, but it also may be to do with you standing up for yourself, feeling that you can create those healthy boundaries, being pulled in too many directions. I do feel you're actually looking at, and this come up a while ago. It was like, what is it to be divine? And in a sense of being divine, it doesn't mean to say we have to be perfect, doesn't mean to say that we can't speak our truth or create a healthy boundary with a person or admit that we can or can't do something that's been requested of us, but we feel pulled in too many directions. And so sometimes through that experience, and especially because we have Mars and Cancer, this tension can be coming up. I do feel either A, you are confronting a feminine energy. That can be a third party energy and observing a situation, or feeling as though you're needing to be something different than what you had been. This can come through really abruptly. I feel you're quite perplexed. I feel you're to the point you're thinking, is this where I have to go? Is this what I need to do? I do feel in the past too, wherever you were at, and I feel this is a cycle, and it's a little bit like what we call in the spiritual community, like a soul walk-in. Where you were stuck before, you knew you were going to outgrow it, okay? Because it's mind bravery, but it's mind muckery. And I'm getting very stern words coming through. I'm having to be very careful with my Mercury throat in communicating these messages. Whatever this was, it feels this is the not too distant past. But I also feel how you were before, you're never going to be that person again. It's very firm on that standpoint. Some of you could be very frightened. Some of you can feel that despair. And soul walk-ins can feel almost like we don't recognize ourselves, but we definitely, you recognize the old version of yourself, but you don't resonate with it, but it feels safe. And, it's the comfort, but you're being very firm with this. That is gone. That old vibration is gone. You also feel that if you're going to move forward to make these dreams come true, by facing the shadow, you can make those dreams come true. And it's letting something go to bring it back in at a healthier level. But you have to be super careful, and I'd really say keep your fluid up. Look after your health. Nervous system energy can come up, but tackling that third party interference energy, it's almost like pebbles in the road, guys. I'm saying more, you know, when you see the third party energy, especially because I do channel energy psychically, a card can always change its interpretation depending on what is actually playing out in the circumstance. And I feel this is more a conflict of interest. It's like, again, needing to be too many things. Almost like a conflict of interest. It's like, okay, I've got to be over here, got to do this, got to do that. But maybe you can't. Maybe you can't do everything, but you're doing your best. I do feel even this change that's occurring inside of you is feeling quite frightened. But it's happening. It's almost like it's taking on an energy of its own and you can't stop it. I don't feel you can stop it. And I don't think your guides always work with you, and it's not that it needs to be stopped. It's just very uncomfortable through that process. I do feel there could be some conflict, or maybe even a conversation, a thought to do with what the give and take was. Who was putting what in, something occurring at a very karmic level. What do we call karma? I mean, it's almost like the buck stops here. That's kind of how it's feeling. And if there was any sense of enabling, that's shifted. And definitely you've outgrown such, because you're realizing your soul needs filling, and you're attempting to liberate yourself, because you feel if you keep everything the same, an aspect of you is stagnant, and it's a bitter pill to swallow. I do feel you're trying to take your life power back, and this can be for some of you looking at your career sector, bossing up, doing what you need to do. But there could be some people that are projecting towards you that maybe that's not so. Some of you could be very nervous if you're transferring into a different industry. And it's weird because it's almost like by the way she's holding the service tray, you're standing firm, but you're nervous. So it does feel like it's something different. Look at the way she's standing. It's like, yeah, kind of this awkwardness of, okay, I'm very new here. This is very new, but something in it is changing. So whatever this can even just be the direct demeanor that you're taking on, doing the work on yourself. You're changing now. The way you're relating to love is going to be different. You've looked at the shadow. Some of you directly can be confronting individuals and actually saying, look, this is what it is. I feel there's a catch up, and for some of you, it's almost like, you're addressing the elephant in the room. You're addressing the unfairness of the past. But again, there's this rapid acceleration. And so, having to be cruel to be kind, maybe not being able to, the art of appreciation, people to appreciate you, but not enabling. I feel the story of your life has gone very differently to the way you thought it was. And I feel you felt to a degree that was really harsh. Now you've got to catch up. You're trying to, really do things. For some of you, you may have children that are a little bit older now, and it's like, right, I've got to return. For others of you, it's almost going back to maybe an old industry, or the old vibration of who you used to be, but in a very different format. But there is change. I just don't feel like the way they're showing me, it's like you can't go back. There's no room for going back to an old way of being. And it's almost like let that go, whatever it is. And I'm not feeling it's a person. I'm feeling it's the logic behind some of the old dreams, the new. And I feel as though by the time we get to about the third week, which there'll be more updates, You feel more logical than what you currently do right now. And I'm not feeling you're not logical. Life is going to make sense relating to love, relating to the circumstances that are playing at the moment, which is going to, it's almost like focus on service. It's like whatever this decision is that you have to make, it is to create freedom. Trust that it's all, this message keeps coming through. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's more by facing our shadow we can actually have our hopes and dreams. Just don't feel everything is wasted, because it's the notion that you're feeling this and that this is all that's coming is adversity. But it's working through the obstacles to get to the other side. Because there is a change happening in both your romantic interest part and yours. And it's because you directly are making a judgment of what you feel is correct by you, regressing back and reflecting upon love, but also making healthier choices. I feel you're taking a very firm standpoint. But you know a decision's going to be made, but it's more the demeanor that you're coming through with. Yeah, you're making realistic choices. You're like, look, this right now, it's if you have to shift things about and you haven't had communication and you're thinking back and processing it, I feel as you do such, this boss up energy that you're having and this demeanor of what you're sending out, I feel both psychically your guides are working with you. They're trying to give you synchronistic messages through your dream states. You are getting a brand new story with this individual. But it's going to look different, but you have to have the courage to dream. Now, they are going through a spiritual rebirth and having to tap into the strength of what they had in the past. They can be doing shadow work as well and really be dealing with maybe a documentation. There could be a lawsuit, looking at past tense mistakes, but they're clearing that energy out. And I feel they're more moving to a, having to dig through it gradually. But there's emotions here as well. They do know for the bigger picture, whatever they're having to take out of their life and whatever choices you're making, it is to bridge this gap. But they also feel psychologically that they have to liberate themselves from the shackles. I feel in their mind they may be standing very firm. Some of you may have misunderstandings, and there's a misunderstanding here and there's regret of the past. Now, there's two storylines coming through. Those of you that are coupled, it's almost like it feels unique. It feels like, regrets, maybe having conversations, heart-centered conversations. But again, it's almost like they feel your value system has changed. And this can feel like they are feeling a little bit rejected because they've got the sun in reverse. And this is in their heart. It's almost like, heart-centered, regrets from the past emotionally. There's new energy coming in, but they're coming to terms with things. I feel at the moment you feel there's two ways this can go. I'm going to pull 3 cards. And then we're going to move into the snippet. It's funny, Virgo. It's almost like you're really somehow the one on this side at the moment that is navigating this circumstance moving forward. And it will all come down to how you directly relate to it. I do feel in the heart you're going to move forward. But this can be causing some uncertainty because of pieces of the puzzle moving about. I do feel again that you're really liberating yourself. But there could be fears due to these transformations. Some of you, this can be ascension, but some of you, it's almost like, what do you do? You know, again, there's a major choice here at hand. There is going to be movement forward. Stay tuned for the snippet, and we're going to see how this relates to this romantic partner, what you're going to do, and what the hidden is. Stay tuned. Okay, now I've pulled 3 styles of reads because I got multiple energies coming through here. One, I have pulled a set of cards, and it is for those in a karmic relationship, and it's looking very unique. The other energy I have connected into is those of you who are looking at how a spiritual connection will move forward. The other is for those of you coupled in a connection, and you know how you're directly looking at it. The one thing I can say is for all of you, there is massive change here, but there is definitely a choice. And for some of you, there can be 2 paths or 2 individuals. Come and have a look. Thanks for joining Yildiz Readings 5D. Yes, we have a whole lot more content coming up, so please subscribe so you do get the notification. Do click the bell. Now, we are live every Friday. If you look above the screen, you will see the information, as well as I will start posting it the day before in the community tab to give you an update and a reminder. Those of you who are looking at how to join the Members Hub, this is where you can locate it. And also below every video, I have a link directly for that. If you do want to make a booking on the website, we do have the image of the website above here. It is quite easy to navigate through. We have a lot of webinars and different services coming up, and there's a video that you can watch to help you through the process. If you have any issues, inbox me. Please don't book, and I can help you on the other side. Love and light, guys. Take very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you throughout the months.